So, are you ready to take my order now? Is that a yes? You're not talking. I can't understand you.
Well, that's what you like to do, is that you don't want to communicate.
No, I asked you. And you were busy doing something else. I said, I'm ready now. And you said, well, can't you see I'm busy doing something else? The customer always comes first. You can take a second and say, okay, sir, in one moment. You didn't do that.
I think that was a kid who's been bullied a lot. And he's like, today is not the day.
Yeah.
I am not allowing this to happen. This is my register. No one's here. This is me. This is my moment.
Hey guys, I'm Blossom.
And I'm Dave. Good morning. Welcome back to the Rude Customers Podcast.
Did you forget the
I
name?
stuttered
You
for a
forgot the
second.
name.
I hesitated on it for a moment. I was like, it's because I threw the good morning in.
Mm-hmm.
Usually I don't throw extra words in, but it was actually morning today for a change. So we actually...
I know it is. It's just very sad outside, really rainy, cloudy, and all the bad things. But you know who's also bad?
Rude customers.
Mm-hmm.
Rude customers are always bad. Don't be one. We don't like them.
Well, this may be
Actually,
a rude
love 'em.
employee. We're not sure.
Oh, really?
So
We're
you
gonna
guys are going to
determine.
have to watch and decide. This incident happens at Carl Jr.'s.
Carl's Jr.
I know.
Oh, man,
And-
that's old school.
The employee, I guess he was busy depositing money or, doing the side work stuff or whatever it is that he does. And he had told the customer to hold on for a second or something.
Chill, bruh.
Yeah. So let's watch and see, because I don't know. The guy does seem to be, I don't know. Let's watch.
Let's see. Because this one's going to be interesting. I can always see. I can always tell.
So, are you ready to take my order now? Is that a yes? You're not talking. I can't understand you.
Well, that's what you like to do, is that you don't want to communicate.
No, I asked you. And you were busy doing something else. I said, I'm ready now. And you said, well, can't you see I'm busy doing something else? The customer always comes first. You can take a second and say, okay, sir, in one moment. You didn't do that. You just kept on doing what you're doing, standing there and ignoring me. That's why I asked. I said, well, can you help me, please? You know, the customer
No, you
always
did not
comes
say that.
first.
No, you're putting words in your own mouth. You did not say that.
Well, are you ready to take my order now?
No, because you decided to be this way.
I decided to be what way? A customer?
Yeah, entitled.
Okay, well, can I? No, not entitled.
That is what you said.
I didn't say anything about being entitled. I asked to speak to a manager. And you said, do you see one here?
Yeah. Do you see?
Well, okay, well, let me ask you again. Is there a manager on duty right now?
No, there isn't.
Okay.
He's definitely being Karen-y. He's definitely digging in, but I don't know that he's not without reason. He definitely seems annoyed. He seems like this guy has been bugging him. Or it's also possible he may have just got caught.
So do you, in this situation as an employee, even if you are being Karen'd, do you be like, okay, I'm going to take his order and just send him on his merry way? This was kind of the theme from last night or the last episode.
But this guy ain't no manager.
No.
That's the thing. This guy ain't nothing. This dude, he's about to lose his job. He
Yeah.
doesn't understand that. Mm-hmm. Take the dude's order. I get that he was crappy, but he's ready to order, and you were ignoring him more than likely. So just take the order and move on, and don't act like there's no manager on shift. Come on, you're burying yourself here. You're burying yourself here.
There's
bro.
gonna be, obviously he's gonna probably get fired, because you're basically denying a paying customer for just pettiness because he said some words to you that you didn't like, but it doesn't sound like it was extreme. It doesn't sound like he called you out of your name, or it just sounds like he didn't like what you said, so then he said his opinions and now you don't like what he said.
Now you're digging in because he's entitled in your eyes. So
Is there a supervisor on duty?
No, there isn't.
Okay, so are you ready to take my order then?
No.
So are you going to take my order, yes or no?
No, I'm not.
Why?
Because you decided to give me attitude.
I didn't give you an attitude. I asked you to do your job. That's what I asked.
What's up?
He was doing something else, and I said, hey, I'm ready for my order, and he still stood there doing something, bent over. I said, excuse me, could you take my order?
Oh, it's because he has to deposit money. He's on his.
I understand that.
No, you did not understand.
I understand. You can't put words in my mouth. I understand that. He could have acknowledged me and said, sir, one moment. He didn't do that.
Yeah.
What did he say? I'm busy doing something. Can't you see that?
Yeah.
Is that how you treat customers? Would you want to be treated that way? Would you want your family member to be treated that way? Would you treat somebody
That's
that
the
way
question.
if your
Are you-
manager was standing here?
Do you just want to say sorry?
Well, he doesn't have to say sorry. Just act like a human being and don't have an attitude.
Oh,
That's all I'm
rich
asking.
coming from you. You
Right.
were saying you are always right.
No, I never said that.
No, you did say that.
I said I am a customer.
Because
The
you're the one
customer
recording.
comes first.
You're recording.
This is a business. My dollars pay your salary. My dollars pay the electricity. Not just my dollars, anybody that comes through that door. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to send it to your corporate office, and I'll let them make the decision on what happens. All right, can you take my order, ma'am, please?
I'm not on the clock, that's the thing. But I'll take it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I really do.
And you're not on the clock. Okay.
Okay.
That employee he's being a baby. He got called. He doesn't like being called out. He really didn't have a good argument. He was kind of saying the words the guy was saying, but he was all flustered. This just wasn't a fight for you, Chief. I think that was a kid who's been bullied a lot. And he was like, today is not the day.
Yeah.
I am not allowing this to happen. This is my register. No one's here. This is me. This is my moment. And it wasn't. It really wasn't. And then when Judy came from the back and she's like, bruh.
Judy.
Poor Judy, man. She's off the clock. She wants to go home. She just needs to get out of there. And she's like, dude, bruh. Did you see when she walked through? And she was like, what's up? She goes to the back. She's like, what's up?
I always wonder, why would anyone want to eat after that? Because if Judy is going to bring him out, then she can't be cooking, right?
No.
You know what I mean? And it just seems like after that incident, I don't want to eat there. I want to go somewhere else anyways. But it does seem to be, you're right. I think this guy, you can tell like he's had enough. And today he was like, I'm choosing violence. I'm choosing to say no to customers, because his whole entire argument was he had an attitude, the customer. But I'm sorry,
Tough.
you work at Carl Jr.'s and you have a headset on. How many people come through your drive-through with an attitude?
Yeah, get over it.
I mean, it's part of the job. Like literally in the job description, when you fill out your application, it does say customers have attitudes. It's supposed to be a joke, but you know what I mean? Like it just comes when you're working at a fast food restaurant, not even fast food, just in general, it comes with the job.
It's part of it. It's unwritten rule. It's just how it is. You have to deal with it. It's customer service. You're servicing customers.
Yeah, and
That's just
guess
how it
who
is.
felt like they weren't being serviced?
Who?
The next video, a Best Buy
That
customer.
was good. That was like what you were going. I wasn't sure if we were going back or forth or forward or backwards. Look at that. But we're going to Best Buy.
Yes, Best Buy. And I think we could relate to this. So the issue seems to be, and I think these are legitimately rude customers, because the issue seems to be that, at Best Buy, if you spend over $1,000, if you bring it back, they have to give you your refund, send it to you in the mail within yada, yada, yada. But we had a guy that was really awesome when we bought like thousands of dollars worth of stuff at Best Buy, including this camera and everything that you see here. But he laid it out for us, and I started questioning, well, how many Best Buy employees don't lay it out for the customers? Because he was straight up telling us, hey, you're going to get this money back in the mail after $1,000 because we can't give that back to you. So we understood that. But these customers, they weren't having it. And I understand where they're coming from, because if you do buy something from the store, how you bought it should be how you get, receive it back if you get a refund.
Oh, 100%. It's always annoying when they have to process it upwards, because it's like they didn't have to process my money in.
Right. But now I got to wait to get it
Process
back.
my money out. I think you got what? I spent $1,400 here. You got $1,400 somewhere.
All right.
Maybe they should change that policy to if store has cash on hand, because that's probably why they started doing that, because there was too much money going out of the store in one day or something. It probably became a problem somewhere, so they tried to make this stupid policy. But they should probably
But
be
it's
a little
also
bit...
like a lot of banks, because if Best Buy, can you imagine if Best Buy had a lot of returns and they were expected to follow that policy of we're going to give the money back on how we received it? It could be thousands and thousands of dollars, and even banks don't have thousands and thousands of dollars in their establishments.
And you start doing those digital transactions, it can be really bad. So yeah, I mean, you have to be a little understanding, but it's just not how it should be.
Say
it is over $1,000, they have to mail you a check.
But you could
from
take
corporate.
over $1,000 for being in time, right? That's crazy.
Yeah, but we don't have that amount here in the store.
And you guys still ain't gonna return my receipted items. You're not gonna return one. That's crazy, dude. And you're gonna hold my money hostage like that?
No, so it's gonna get mailed to you at your
I
house.
don't want to get
And
mailed
how?
to my
Yeah.
house.
How long is that gonna
It's
take?
gonna take up to a week.
No, I'm not
Yeah.
doing
See,
that. I
that's
want my money right
ridiculous.
now.
No, I
Yeah,
need
so
it.
so we either it's gonna be a gift card or mail. We can't.
I was happy to give. What do you mean you can't give it to me cash?
We can't give it
I
to
paid you guys cash, bro.
Yeah, I can't do nothing. Yeah, it's
You
either-
fucking serious?
I'm serious.
This is crazy, brother.
It either has to be mailed or you could give it to you in a gift card. It cannot be cash because we don't have that cash amount. Everybody pays with card now, so like I said, unfortunately, we don't have that amount in this register, and we don't have it in any register.
Who's the boss here right now?
I'm the supervisor here.
Top boss.
Who's the
Somebody else.
They're not
manager?
here.
So that's Chris or Francisco.
They're not here, so
So
So how much money is that?
So tomorrow-
How much money is all together? All three of these scooters.
so
that's gonna get mailed to your house.
I want to know how much all three of these scooters cost together.
Yeah, it's gonna be 1,400.
No, all three
No,
of
all
these scooters.
three.
All three of these
All
scooters.
three are they all the same?
It's about $3,000 worth of money you guys have of mine, bro. And you guys are trying to cough my bread up, dude. I'm giving you 2 receipts, and you guys are trying to give me my. You see what I'm saying? I'm getting pissed right now. I gave you all this money, bro, and you don't want to give me none of it back, and I have receipts. That's bullshit. That's straight bullshit. I have a receipt for the other one too, bro. And you guys, the box, everything. You guys are sitting here telling me that I can't return nothing. I can't get my money back from you guys.
Well, you can't get it cash.
I gave you guys cash.
Unfortunately, we won't be able to give it to you cash. It has to be mailed because it is a large amount.
It is a large amount. It's so crazy. Is there another store that does have it that I can get it from?
Nope, nobody's gonna give it to you cash. Everybody's gonna mail it to you. No, Best Buy is allowed to give it cash. It has to be mailed.
She was perfect. She was fine. She just read it how it was. She gave him nothing. She gave him no eye roll, no attitude, no nothing. She was perfect. I thought he was going to try to get her on a so because she said so. He said so, but that was about it. She was perfect. She handled that about as well as you can because that's just the policy. And this dude being snippy about it, being angry, dude, this crazy. Oh, just walk out, bro. You're going to get your money mailed to you. It's just how it is. Anything else is stupid. You're making the day longer for no reason because you ain't getting your money.
What happens? So I was thinking, because obviously she did. I agree with you, Dave, that she handled it amazingly. But what happens when a Best Buy employee forgets to tell you that? You know what I mean? How many times? Because I'm thinking and I'm like, I know when I bought like that road and I bought something else, like I know it was over $1,000 and I didn't hear anyone tell me, oh, hey, if you do decide to return this, you're going to get your money back via mail. So that is pretty interesting. I'm not trying to blame anyone, but I am saying what happens when, isn't it their responsibility to tell the customers that before the purchase? So, because I know I've had instances where this man straight up told us like, hey, you are not getting your money back. You got to get it through. If you decide to, he repeated it like 3 times. And then there's been instances where no one has ever said anything to us.
You know what's going to suck about it is it's probably on the receipt. It's probably on the receipt. It's probably on something.
After the purchase?
It's been informed, just not the way. It's not going to always be audibly. I guess it's going to be, unless there's a policy and then they're not enforcing it, like if the customers are not telling people and they're supposed to be. That's the only thing that we really can know. We also don't know if it's been glossed over and people just kind of tune it out because it's kind of one of those yeah type moments. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard with those. But here's what I do know. As someone who works in customer service, it's like when that does happen, you just kind of have to accept it because there's really nothing they can do. This is one of those, you're trying to get $1,000 cash. And when you think about it logically, you can understand. It's not like one of those, I cannot understand this. Like, no, okay. If I did this and a whole bunch of others, they don't have the cash. Look, this can cause a big problem. Maybe I should just take a beat. I get my money in a week. It ain't that big a deal. I totally get it.
For sure. And like, not to brag, but the money that we spent at Best Buy, like we completely understand why they weren't gonna have that. You know what I mean?
That's called an investment.
Yes.
These were called Christmas gifts, I think, to give this guy. He's
I
like, I just want
know.
the Christmas money, man. They probably had a beach trip planned or something. And this is the only money that they had to be able to do it. They're like, it's no problem, man. We don't need to save anything. We got those computers. We'll take them back. We'll get the cash. It's party time.
How do you feel about returning stuff? I'm not
a huge fan.
I'm not a huge returner.
Yeah.
I've never returned anything at Best Buy. No, I don't think so.
You have the good policy on Best Buy, too.
True, but I don't.
We make it really easy if we got to return something.
Yeah, but I don't. I'm really. Oh, you know what? That reminds me. Someone remind me. I gotta call Amazon because there was $300 worth of stuff that I never got. Remember that sign?
Yeah.
I never got it, and I never got my Selena Gomez perfume. So I have like at least $300 worth of stuff that I have, and it says on the Amazon thing, your package may be lost. It still says that, yeah. So I definitely have to call them to get my money back because that's important, and that actually will help me with the amount of bills I had to pay this month.
Bills.
So yes, bills. Love that. But what was my thought? What was I saying? Oh. I'm not a huge returner.
Yeah.
So if I do I was about to say, if I get something from Amazon that I'm like not too happy with, I just keep it or toss it. But yeah, things that I paid for and didn't get, I definitely do call to make sure I get my money back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I used to return, like back in the day, but ever since I started working in pawn shop and in retail and thrift, there's no need. I can sell it myself. Mm-hmm. And if I have something double or if something doesn't work right, I know ways to get money out of almost anything. You could sell something as is. You can sell something as untested on eBay. There's a lot of ways you can sell something. And people are crazy. People like to buy things in all kinds of different conditions. So, yeah, there's ways to maximize it. So now I just don't even worry about the returns anymore.
Yeah, I still do. I don't want that Keurig, by the way. I don't want that Keurig. Like, he will... So,
I'm getting a
mind
Keurig.
you guys, here's what happened.
I'm getting a Keurig.
No, please
I'm getting
don't.
a Keurig.
Please.
Don't worry about
Can
it.
I just tell them what happened first?
I'm just going to get a Keurig from the store.
Okay, I'm going to tell you what happened. So, when we went to Best Buy, Best Buy related, and got the Ninja coffee pot for him. Mind you, we have also like the DeLonghi, a really nice barista machine that's like $1,000, but it's really great. But then he wanted like a coffee pot, right? And I said to him, do not throw out your other coffee pot because your other Ninja, because you don't know, like, it could be, I don't like to throw out things until I test to see how the new thing works. Did he listen to me? No. He threw it out, and now he doesn't like this this new Ninja's coffee pot for a really great reason because it leaks. I almost think it's just probably a horrible coffee pot. But either way, we love the Ninja. I just don't know what happened with this coffee pot. Anyways, so then he goes, I'm not happy with this new coffee pot. I want a Keurig.
Yeah.
And so then we were at my parents' house yesterday, and I was like, oh, well, I love this Keurig. I bought this Keurig Plus thing for it was over $300. It's really nice. I love it. I almost want to take it back, but
See, if you wanted to take it back,
I
take it back.
can't.
Yeah,
I
you
can't.
can. Rip that right out of that
No,
kitchen.
I cannot. My sister uses it, so I can't take it back. Okay.
So I don't have one of those.
So, anyways, he doesn't have one of those. Let me finish. And then he goes, oh, but I do have this peach one at the pawn shop and da 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 da. And I'm sorry, I don't care if the box is sealed and shut and closed. One, I can guarantee you the peach one isn't the best Keurig. It isn't.
No, it's the mini.
Two, yeah.
It's a great.
And
it's
then
$90 Keurig. It's
but
great
that's
Keurig.
not what you see. Once again, I feel like I'm right in what you need because the reality is that you drink 15 cups of coffee per day and you're going to get annoyed using that mini Keurig and because you're not thinking of the cups you got to use. You're not thinking of that stuff.
Well, no, I wasn't really thinking about it for me. You wanted the Keurig. I'm okay with not getting. This is the. I think this is the Duo too. I think it does both. I'm not sure. I got to look at it. I don't know if this is one of those that does both or not.
He drinks he drinks black coffee and he drinks 20 cups of coffee per day. And yeah. And he doesn't need a Keurig. He needs a coffee pot. Mm-hmm. I said I missed having a Keurig, but I don't need one because I have the DeLonghi.
It's true.
So.
But we can find something that works. I just need a new coffee pot because this makes me want to jump out and go outside and play.
I think we should just get a whole new coffee pot machine. That's, maybe switch up. I love Ninjas, but we can switch it up a bit.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I think.
What should our new coffee maker pot be? Give us your suggestions down below. That's our poll of the day. It probably won't be our poll of the day.
No, our poll of the day is going to be the question of the day. And I've realized in the last episode I kept saying, or the episode before that, I kept saying, and the next question is, like, I only ask one question.
Just one.
Or the next, reaction or video is, I'm like, I only did one video. Anyways, the question of the day is tipping again, because I'm about to play. I asked my sister over the weekend.
Yeah.
And my mom was in the room, so if you can hear my mom, you can hear my mom.
Your mom was being obstinate.
Yeah, but I did ask my sister over the weekend. I was like, how do you feel about tipping at restaurants, tipping when you are only doing like a carry-out order, a takeout order, and listen to what she has to say. If you do hear any voices, it's either Dave asking her the questions, possibly. May not have been me. And then I think maybe my mom, because when she knew that I was recording, she was not saying anything.
She zipped it.
Yeah,
She wasn't giving us what we wanted.
Nope. But take a listen. Wait, Bianca, we're trying to do a podcast topic, and we're trying to ask, and mommy zipped up as soon as I pressed the record button.
Real quick. So we have to ask you, Miss Bianca, when you go to Starbucks and you see the kiosk that asks you to tip, how do you feel about that?
Hell no.
You ain't tipping?
No.
What about when you go to Dunkin' Donuts and you order like a 6-pack box of donuts, or you got a crumble cookie and they got to put the cookies in the box and they ask you for a tip? Do you tip?
Hell no.
No.
Why not?
Because they didn't do anything for me. I'm not sitting down at a table. It's their job. That's what their job is.
Put the
Now,
cookie
if
in
they
the
were
box.
a waiter or whatever, then you give a tip. Now, if there's sometimes, like, when I go into Starbucks and there's that little tip box, I'll put whatever change that they give me back into the container, and I'll do that with Dunkin' Donuts too. But no, it's your job. It's what you're paid to do. So no.
Nice.
And by the way, their paychecks look kind of nice, and I never know.
What?
So no.
That's right. Starbucks employees making too much money anyway. I agree. So Bianca has kind of a old school mindset of it because she'll tip. Yeah, it's not like she doesn't tip. If it's a sit down service restaurant and all that, she's tipping. I think most people are still. Now, what the percentage is and where it starts, that still does get an argument point. But I don't think she's not tipping. Is her point? She was just saying she doesn't like these turn around, grab a donut, give me a tip. She doesn't like being accosted with the video board and all that type of stuff, which has been a common theme around here. We've talked about this a lot, all the different types of tipping. We've made jokes about it. We've had memes. It's gotten to such a crazy extent. Now, was she a little more blunt about it? Yeah.
Yeah, she was like so I understand a mindset like my sister's, like, oh, well, I'm paying for a takeout order. So why am I tipping you? You didn't drive to the house, because she made the comment of course, if you drove here, I'll give you a tip, but you didn't do that. I had to drive there. So I'm already paying for your salaried employee, or you get paid by the hour. Yeah. So I understood that, I guess, but it's also, to me, the delivery with people, like, she was very aggressive in her ways. Like, I don't care. Like, you know what I mean? It was just very, I respect her opinions, because I did sit there and ask her, and she didn't know that it was going to be a topic. So I do respect her answer, but I don't necessarily agree with it.
I think it's a common mindset. I think you see a lot of people who are just tired of it, and they feel it's stupid, especially if you're already being paid. If you're just getting the food at a fast food restaurant and you're just giving it to the customer, that may not be reason. That's the whole reason why fast food for some people is a better option. You don't have to sit down. You don't have to be served. You don't have a waitress or a waiter. You don't have people that are depending on you for money after you depended on them for extra service. So what are you tipping for? They're just getting you the food. I can understand that.
But it brings up that question. Did companies expect customers to then pay for their employees' salaries?
Yeah.
Because the question that brings up the one store that comes to my mind is Starbucks. I don't know if they do it anymore. Bianca swears to it that they still do.
We haven't seen it though.
No, I haven't. But Starbucks, they used to, like, when you were paying card or anything, they used to turn it around and just be like, you have to choose a button
Tip.
of how much you wanted to tip. Now, I haven't seen that recently, but a lot of customers were upset because they felt like, okay, so now not only do we have to pay for this overpriced drink, now we also have to pay for your salary, your employees, hourly wage.
So here's what we know. You got when these type of questions come up, you have to ask yourself a couple of questions. Who put the video board in place? Well, not the employees. The employees didn't do it. They don't have the power. They may have had a suggestion, but at the end of the day, corporate decided to put this on the video board. And when that happens, you have to ask yourself why. The only reason why it would be there could be because of suggestions and complaints from the staff because they're not getting paid enough. So this is Starbucks' cheap, frugal way of finding, like, what if we promoted you're tipping more? What if we did something? What if we gave you an ability to reach more people with tips? Would that help? And that probably got answers. They were probably, oh yeah, sure, that might help a little bit. It's so annoying. I don't think people realize how annoying it would be. So yeah, I think the intent was absolutely to have some of that financial burden passed on to the customer. Absolutely.
I know in restaurants, the reason why a lot of servers don't like credit card tips is because you have to own that you have that. By the end of the night, you have to put in at least your credit card tips amount because then it's going to show that you're lying and yada yada, right? So I know actually a lot of POS systems don't allow you to put less, than a certain amount anyways, but especially like at Olive Garden. But anyways, I guess my question is, when people tip you credit card tips, that means that the restaurant, the company now tracks how much you received, right? And I almost wonder if Starbucks was like, okay, this store gets a lot of tips and it's in cash and it gets divided weekly and it goes to the employees and they look forward to these tips. They're getting extra money and we have no way of tracking how much tips they're getting. However, if we open up this door to credit card tips, then we're able to kind of deduct what they would get paid. I don't know if that's true or not.
I don't know if it depends on how much credit card sales they can account for. If it's like 80, if it's above 75%, then they might have enough numbers to be able to get something out of it. But I doubt that it's 75%. So I think it would be a hard one to be able to track any real good data from, especially store to store. But we don't know because it's such a weird policy to have, and there's so many reasons why it could be in effect. But it didn't seem to be working. It seemed to irritate more people. And it's not like Starbucks is the only place that does this. Almost everywhere does it. But
I wonder if it's a by store situation.
Could
like, does because I know some people. Well, Starbucks is a corporation. The franchise are usually the ones at like airports and stuff. But I wonder if each store has a say of, oh, should we force tipping or should we not? Because my sister was like the other day she went to a Starbucks and they turn the thing around.
It's weird. If you're working at Starbucks or if you know somebody does or if you're management or maybe even corporate, give us some insight. Go ahead and drop into the comment section below and tell us what you know. Maybe it'll help us out.
Oh, man. Guys, after this, like, I have class and he has work.
She really does. She's got just a heck of a schedule.
It's with this professor. If you guys know, I have Anatomy and Physiology 1, and it's with this
Dr. Blackboard.
It's with this professor who I don't understand. He's Egyptian. I've already taken the class, but it was 10 years ago, so
we'll call him Dr. Blackboard from here on out.
So I have to take it again because
the blackboard. It's
a smart thing to do when I'm trying to go into a medical field. It's a smart thing to take a class over again, just because I don't remember anything. So,
but at the very least, we did get this done this morning, which is good. We knocked this out. We got the episodes rolling. We're into our week.
I feel so bad too. I am the reason guy. Me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. But I'm the reason why all of our episodes have been filmed at nighttime because, man, let me tell you, I had a lab report that was due that took forever. And then the whole last week was very challenging because then I don't even know how I'm going to jumble my other channel tomorrow because I have to, I'm taking notes on Vanderpump Rules. So I have no idea how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to get it done. We're going to do it. And I'm also taking currently a phlebotomy class. So tonight I also have a quiz, which is going to be interesting because it's on a lot of like, it's medical terminology. So there's one, it's so funny. My last chapter was anatomy and physiology. And now this chapter is all medical terminology.
Oh boy.
So it should be very interesting because I have not looked at it yet. So.
Yeah, we're both just grinding away at multiple different forms. It's pretty fun. Right? We both
But
got
this is
multiple
really
channels.
fun. Like
It's
I
so
got up
much
this
fun.
morning because this was fun. Like this is fun. This is something that I look forward to doing, to talking about rude customers. And I love also observing rude customers too. Like I love well, I don't even know if you want to count the Dunkin' Donuts down the street, but because everyone is kind of like, I don't know, it's the hood, so
That's anywhere here in New Britain. That's anywhere near in our town. You know, everywhere around here, it's kind of. I mean, we make no bones about it. This is the hood. Look at the door. And the people around here are just fascinating.
so everywhere I go. I don't know, am I gonna go to a Dunkin' Donuts this morning?
Probably. If I, had
I
to
don't know.
guess.
I do have so
we did a different coffee shop yesterday, Cafe Nero.
Oh, well, yeah. So that was fun. Cafe Nero was fun. I love the vibe in there. It's a chain, but I didn't know it was a chain until I went to Boston, and then it was in Ireland. I was like, what's going on? But yeah, I love Cafe Nero. I wish I had a Cafe Nero around here.
Yeah.
I wish that I had the ability, because I do have the ability. I just don't have the time to open up my own coffee shop here. I really do, because the rent here is cheap. Like, I mean, the cost of everything to open up a coffee shop here would be relatively on the cheaper side.
Incredibly.
But then you got to get licenses involved and all this stuff, and the state coming in and yada yada, like all this stuff. But either way, if I had the time, I would open up a coffee shop here. I'm going on a tangent. I know.
It's all right. Tangent it up. We desperately need one. It's bad. Our coffee situation's bad. And you're talking to a guy who drinks a lot of it. I got 4 different places within walking distance that I get my coffee from. Do I go to any of them consistently? No, because it's just not good. It's not good. It's not right priced. It's not in the right. It's just everything's bad.
Yeah.
It's just bad.
It's really bad, and I think it would be if someone had a really great coffee shop here. The hospital is right there, and that's all they need to know, is that there's a really good coffee shop. I want the goal is, if I was a coffee shop around here, yes, the police station would be a huge goal of mine. I want all the officers to get their coffee at my place, but I also want all the nurses and the doctors and the CNAs and the phlebotomists and all the healthcare workers that and I would honestly set up a system too, where I would have a delivery driver only, that you go to the police station, even though it's right there, and you also go to the hospital. Like, they're just doing this whole entire thing wrong, and I wish I had the time, but maybe in the near future, who knows?
Never know.
Knows? Yeah.
Keep the options open. More worlds to conquer. Speaking of conquering, I need you guys to go ahead and conquer those comment sections. Get down below and tell us what you're thinking about everything that we're talking about and what you want to hear us, get into.
I know. I feel like this morning's like a little, like a chill, like, I don't know.
It's a nice little bathrobe morning. It's a almost February morning.
It's like a slow morning. I feel like my energy on last night's episode was way much better than this morning, though. But
No, I think it was pretty good. I think you're pretty good. I think you're almost peppy.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'd almost
I'll
use the
take
word
that.
peppy to describe you this morning.
I will take that.
You were
Okay.
almost Dave-like in your energy level.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I was that. If I was way
none
up
of
there,
us are.
but
I mean, you just do the best you can.
okay.
And Dave adjacent, if you can get there.
All right.
Close enough.
All right. You always have the ability to find words and put your-
Davify anything? Yes, I can. I'm Dave-tastic.
Any last words, Dave-tastic?
Just remember, folks out there, that no matter what type of service you're getting, no matter where you're going, tipping is not just a town in China.
What?
Tipping. That's a great old joke. You never heard that one? Tipping.
I'm deleting that.
Why? What's wrong with that? Tipping. Like Beijing, it's tipping. It's not just a town in China. Tip. That's a great joke. Tip. It's cute. You never saw that written?
It
Tipping.
sounds like a joke.
I don't think it is. It's just an ing on the end. Ing, like Beijing. Tipping is not just a place in China. I think it's cute.
All right. The question of the day is, do you guys think that you should be able to tip at like, you know, carry out, take out, all that stuff, do you think you should, like, what are your rules on tipping at like a crumble cookie or I don't know, like a place where you're just picking up your food, a takeout order, and then leaving, or do you only tip when
That's
you
the
are
question.
sitting down at a restaurant, things like that. So that's really the question of the day. It is going to be on the Spotify account, so feel free to interact there or leave a comment on YouTube. We are anywhere where you listen to your podcast, so thank you guys for being here. We appreciate it.
We'll call it grab and go tipping. That's that type of tipping. Grab and
and
tipping.
go.
Are you grab and go tipping? When you're just grabbing and going, should you be tipping?
Okay.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
like it. You'd like it.
All right, guys, we will see you very soon tomorrow. Tomorrow.
We'll got you.
Bye.
Get your bathrobes. Get your bathrobes on.
Okay.
Get that bathrobe on.